Right, I just thought that I'd introduce a newcomer here. Unfortunately, due to circumstances beyond my control, there's a couple of videos that I made already that we're probably not going to be able to see because my camera and its memory card both decided to take a dump for some reason. But this was my father's Royal Enfield 350 Redditch built Bullet, and he gave up riding a few years ago, and he and my mother have actually moved house now, and they've been having a bit of a clear out, and I'm lucky enough that he's let me have this. And the other videos, basically there would have been one introducing it, all covered in dust after just being dragged out of the shed, having stood idle for 5 or 10 years. It was very easy to get it started actually. I only had to clean the points and put petrol in it, and that got it going. And ride it over here because it was taxed and I'm insured to ride it, etc. So I thought I'd get my finger out, get over there and ride it back. And I also made a video of the ride back, but unfortunately that was one of the ones that fried in the memory card, so there's a bit of a gap unfortunately. But if the ride video had turned out alright, we would have seen that the handlebars are loose. I don't know if I can actually do this. Let's see if I can perch the camera here somewhere. Now watch. Probably not going to work, but we'll see. No, just take my word for it though, folks. My father changed from clip-on handlebars to something a bit higher to make it more comfortable for him. I don't think he ever rode it again after changing the handlebars because he didn't even get round to fully tightening them up, as I found out when I braked. But fortunately the handlebars are relatively straight. If they'd been high ones I'd have been in trouble. So that was a bit of a surprise on the way home, but other than that the bike ran fine. I made a stop between my parents' place and home at the usual spot where I change camera batteries, and after that it all went skew-if, and somehow I seem to have destroyed the memory card. So the other videos of this machine, I don't think we're going to be seeing those unfortunately somehow, but we'll start here. This is it. It's a Redditch 350 Bullet. I've got I tuned this engine years ago. I think this was one of the first actually, and this has got the shortened alloy barrel and the Meteor Minor Sports piston. It's also lucky enough to have the Redditch R cams in it and a close ratio 4-speed gearbox, and this machine will do a genuine 90 miles an hour, and it doesn't hang around when you open the throttle either. It's a lot faster than most 500s, and I'm sure I'll be able to share some footage of it soon in a ride video, because I'm making this video borrowing my son's almost identical to mine camera, so I'm sure he'll let me borrow it and we'll go and take a ride on this sometime soon. But I'll be checking over a few basic things first. Obviously I checked the tyre pressures and the gearbox oil, engine oil, and made sure that there was enough fuel in it, so on, and before I set out to bring it home. But there's other little bits and pieces that could do with looking at as well on it. But here it is, Dad's old 350 Bullet Cafe Racer, and that is a Suzuki GT 550 front end that it's wearing there, the forks on the front wheel with both sides hooked up. So we've got the full 4 leading shoe brake working there, so that's a pretty substantial stopper for a 350 Bullet. And I actually built the wheels on this many years ago. So I built the wheels, I rebuilt the gearbox with a close ratio gear set. I've been over the top end of the engine to tune it up. So I've got quite a bit of history myself with this machine, and my father's been kind enough to finally say it's mine. So there's another one to add to the family that we'll enjoy on occasion, I'm sure, and I'll try and share some of that with you in my videos.